Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Catherine and this is So Much Sewing. And welcome to this video, which is basically a raglan sleeve sweater rabbit hole. In a previous video, I asked for your help in finding a really great raglan sleeve sweater pattern that I could use. I'm thinking probably this is what I will use to make it up. This is a meat milk, is it viscose or tencel? I can't quite remember. I'll look it up and let you know. But I got this from Paper Scissors Cloth here in New Zealand. It's about 290 GSM from memory. It's got a really good drapey but hefty sort of weight to it. I have used this before to make a songbird duster from Pattern Emporium in a green colorway. It's exactly this, which I really love. And so I want to use this to make a raglan sweater. So it'll be quite an elevated piece. It won't just be a sweatshirt for slopping around the house in. This will be a sweater that I can, dress up. It'll look a little bit smart, probably wear it to work, that sort of thing. So you gave me some good suggestions, and then I realized, I already have a few raglan sleeve sweater patterns in my pattern stash. Of course I do, because I have more patterns than I can ever use. So I'll talk you through the patterns that you suggested to me, and I'll talk you through the patterns that I already have in my stash, and then I'll show you the pattern that I think I probably will use. And it's not a pattern that I have already, but I have seen it recently and thought, oh, actually, I think that might be it. So I'll be looking up and down a little bit today. Obviously, I've got some notes down here and I've got my tablet here, so I'll be looking at the pattern as I'm talking to you. I'm sure you won't mind. But the first pattern that was mentioned to me by Jane Francis 5948, she suggested the Soho 7 Cosmo or Cosmos sweatshirt, whatever you want to call it. And I do have this pattern. I have not made it up yet. I like the funnel neck version. I wouldn't do that big wide sleeve. I would do a standard, in fact, probably not even a standard sweatshirt. I probably wouldn't put a cuff on the bottom of it. I might just fold it under and stitch it down, so that might help make it look a little bit more elevated. But anyway, that's a really good suggestion and one that I do have in my stash, so I could make it if I put my mind to it. The next pattern that was mentioned to me was mentioned by Lee Pake Ban 3489. I've probably pronounced that incorrectly, I'm sorry. And they suggested the Tilly and the Buttons Drew sweatshirt. This is just a new pattern out. And my goodness, it has some color blocking options, doesn't it? It is pretty amazing. It's in some of the versions, it's very retro 70s feel, isn't it? So that is an amazing option if you're wanting to do some scrap busting. And you can also, of course, do a plain version, which is what I would do. But that has got so many options. I think that's probably a really good versatile pattern. So Beautiful suggested the Sewing Revival Hummingbird hoodie and sweatshirt to me. And actually my sister Sarah recommended this to me as well. She has made it before. And so this looks like a great versatile sweatshirt pattern with the raglan sleeve, either with the hood. You can do there's a really nice version there with sort of a crocheted doily, I think, sewn on top. I really like that, and I haven't seen anything like that before. That's amazing. There's this lady's turned it into a dress with 3/4 sleeves. You can do quite a puff sleeve on it. So there's lots of variety, and this is a lovely lace version. How nice. So yes, lovely, lovely pattern. Irene Gilchrist 1512 suggested to me the Maison Fauve Ressac Ressac. Listen to me trying to sound all fancy. I don't know how to say that, but it is a newish pattern out on the market, and this is so different, isn't it? With those pleats down the front. Sorry, just bashed the microphone. The pleats down the front there, and the raglan sleeve. It's got ribbing up here, which is different, ribbing around the neck and the cuffs and up the sides here. It's got quite an amazing kangaroo pocket that goes all the way through, almost like a muff in the front. This is quite a different pattern, and that is, you know, amazing to see that there's, you know, you can still come up with variations on a standard Raglan sweatshirt pattern. So yeah, I really like that. It's got a centre back seam on it, and obviously make it as long as you like. Another really good suggestion. Another pattern that my sister Sarah suggested to me, I don't think she's made this, I think she just saw it and thought it might fit the bill, and that is the Style Arc Preston knit sweater. So this, again, is a pretty handy sweatshirt pattern, I would say. It's got nice side pockets, well, they're front pockets, but you get into them from the side. Looks like they're stitched down, and I think this, again, could be a great basic sweatshirt pattern to have. I like it in the longer length there, and it's got a little pleat on the top of the shoulder here, so that's a really nice little pattern, and I will keep that one in the back of my mind. Now I get on to the patterns that I actually already own in my stash, and I don't know why I didn't think of these before, because some of these I absolutely love, like this particular one here, Sokx patterns, the hacker top and dress. I have made this into a sort of a tunicky short, well, it was basically a mini dress with a hood on it. I made this a long time ago in a larger size, and I no longer fit it, unfortunately, but I made it in a pink merino in the body and the hood, and for the sleeves I had a grey sort of pin dot. It had little pinholes in it, grey sleeves on it. I love that thing so much. It was one of the first garments that I had made when I started sewing again 5 years ago, or whenever it was. And yeah, love this pattern. I don't know why I didn't think about it before. Either put a hood on it, or you probably could do just a standard neckband, and or you can do a funnel neck. This one here's got quite a nice, oh, that might be this, actually that's the hood, the way the hood sits when it's back off in the front, sorry, when it's back off your head in the front, it looks like a sort of a funnel neck. So yeah, that's something that I actually, now that I've remembered it, I'm going to make again one day soon. Another pattern in my stash that I really had completely forgotten about, and I only remembered I had it when I started scrolling through my pattern selection, my PDF pattern selection, and I found it again. How many patterns have we all got in our PDF files that we just forget that we have? Me, I'm so bad at that. But this is an itch to stitch pattern, and it's the, don't know how to pronounce it, Orono, however you pronounce it, Raglan sleeve. It's got a nice sort of slouchy funnel neck on it, and it's got an interesting crossover in the front with pockets. So there's a lot going on, and I think this, if you're wanting some, a bit of a statement top, I think this would be a really good one. Yes, I'd have to do a practice in this. I'd have to do a twirl to make sure that that curve in the front, I could get that sitting nicely, because I can just imagine that if you're not careful, you can probably make a bit of a hash of that with wavy hem. So I would definitely practice that, but I like the look of that one. And again, I'm going to make that one day. This next one is from Petite Stitchery, and it's the Soto sweatshirt. You can make it into a dress or a sort of sweatshirt length. Actually, they've mostly got it in dress lengths or tunic lengths, but you could make that as short as you like, I would imagine. It's got kangaroo pockets in the front. It's got a hood. It's got some cool details, the split up the side. This was a newish pattern, and I snapped it up as soon as I saw it because I was going to make it right then and there, and of course I never did. It sat in my stash, but I really do like the look of this, and again, now that I've reminded myself that I've got it, you may well see this coming up sometime soon on this channel. But I think the pattern I probably am going to use, and I don't own this yet, so I'll have to purchase it, is the Wardrobe by Me Boxy Raglan sewing pattern. Perfectly plain, perfectly simple. I just, I like that it's got, actually it's got different options for the neckline, how wide you make the neckline on it. I do like a reasonably wide neckline. So I like that you've got that option there. I probably would make it, I've got about 2 meters, I think, of this, or have I got a bit less than that? I can't quite remember. So I can make a sort of high hip version. I would do a self band on the hemband and around the neck. There's enough stretch in this to do that, and make quite a boxy fit with a maybe not the widest neckline, but perhaps the one in from that. I don't want it too high. So yeah, I think that is the one I'm going to choose. By the way, I'm wearing a Vogue top. I'll put the number down here because I can't just remember it off the top of my head. I really love this fabric that I got from, I think it was the fabric store. Yes, it was the fabric store. It's a rayon or a viscose jersey. It was a long time ago. I'm pretty sure I got the last that they had. It's just so nice to see a different pattern on a jersey fabric. In New Zealand, we've got lots of plains, but we don't often get to see patterns in, viscose jersey. So when I saw this, I snapped it up, although obviously I saw it late because I think, like I say, I think it was probably the last that they had. And the pattern, as I say, a Vogue one, I'm pretty sure I made a size L, but I'll go back and have a look at it. It is quite a large fit. And so I do think I could go down a size, but it's, loose fitting, comfy, longer at the back than at the front, and I do love it. So that's the video, my little Raglan sweatshirt rabbit hole. It was fun looking at all those sweatshirts and trying to make up my mind. I think I've made up my mind, but I might change it again. I appreciated all your input, and I will keep all those suggestions in the back of my mind. We know they're going to fall out of my mind as soon as I turn the camera off. We know this because I've got all those patterns in my stash that I have kept in the back of my mind and then forgot about until I actually scrolled through the patterns and went, oh yeah, I've got that one. Oh yeah, there, I've got that one too. So anyway, thank you for watching to the very end, if that's what you've done. Thank you for going down that Raglan sweater pattern rabbit hole with me. I hope you're all sewing really amazing, interesting things. Tell me what you're sewing. I like to know what you're making, and I like to have a good old chat in the comments box below. So please keep your comments coming and take care of yourselves. I hope you're all well and happy, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.